Hey, what's up? We back with another episode of 411 Uncut. Today we got a very special guest, the homie, all the way from Pittsburgh with it. Hardo, what's going on, baby?
What's up, man? I'm back around. What's good, man? How everything been?
Man, everything been good. It's been a while since you've been in Cincinnati, Ohio.
Yeah, definitely been a little minute.
Yeah, but how you been?
Everything been good, man. Just, grinding, finally back off all these restrictions we've been going through kind of lately. So, now I'm saying, I had to get back on the road.
Man, for sure. So I know you've been home, and home for you is Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, yup. I live in Atlanta though now too though, so I just be back and forth between the both.
Okay, yeah. So what was it like for you growing up on the east side of Pittsburgh?
I mean, it was one of them things. I just feel like I adapted to my environment. Like I actually I had good parents. I wasn't like super struggling, but when you in the hood and your friends that's what they doing, it's like, I fell down them same paths and stuff. So, which led to, being in the other stuff like beef and, cause issues to, be harder and stuff coming up during time, getting shot, just, going through all that type stuff. So, yeah, I've been through it.
Man, and I had read it. You were raised by your dad mostly.
Yeah, yup.
So how was that with being with your dad mostly and not with your mom? How was that for you growing up?
It was wild because I ain't gonna say he was super strict. Like he was strict as hell for it. I just was. He ended up. My dad was in the streets too. So like when he ended up going to jail for a few years, that's when I got all that like time with my mom where she was less is hard on me, so I was running around, and then he came home and he was working a night job, so I used to sneak out. Like that's when I used to be in the trenches when my pops was at work and all that. So like, but I was also like getting good grades in school and all that type shit. So like if he hear a little shit, my dad ain't believe it for real. He's like, no, y'all got the wrong person. My son definitely ain't. Know what I'm saying, doing this and that and the third. But yeah, my pops official.
Man, so what kind of led you into the street life? With having a strict dad, was it still like, man, I just want to, you just was hard headed, like you had to learn on your own for real?
I mean, yeah, like I said, like my friends, like growing up, so they hustling. Like my dad might give me $20 or something. I'm 15, that's cool just to have in your pocket. But when your friends got $1,000, know what I'm saying? I'm just like, man, y'all got a stack. I got 20, so it's just like, yo, you need to do this. So. You ain't thinking about consequences at the time. You just like, all right, sell some crack. Just got to meet a couple people on the block and keep it low. Like, you ain't thinking about everything else that's going to come with it. So, just being influenced by the neighborhood and shit like that, know what I'm saying, caused me to jump in. Man,
so when your dad ended up finding out that you were in the streets, like, how did he come to you about it?
His dad, His dad and like Trey's dad on Boys in the Hood for real. Like my dad was on something like, you do not have to do this type, you know what I'm saying? Man. But by the time he ain't really know till I was like 17. But by the time 18, I done moved out, had my own crib, right? So it just came to where he got comfortable with it, but like he wasn't feeling it though for sure.
Yeah, so he went with it for sure. Man, so when did music become a part of your life? So you was in the streets kind of early, but was you dealing with music then at the same time too?
No, I used to like just write music in the crib, but not really like trying to be on no do music. But then I had started going to this high school, Taylor Olderdice, and I was getting on the same school bus with Mac Miller. But his name was Easy Mac at the time. But he used to always be like talking about how he got a studio on a bus and all that. And like we down there had all the same classes. So first time I started going to the studio was his crib. So I just end up just one day like I'm gonna just come to the studio after school. So I started making music over there. But I was just doing it like just to make music. It wasn't like let me put out something, this, that, and the third. I'm just giving it to my friends and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's when I first started. And he like, oh, you really dope. You need to take it serious. And I should rap with him. But I'm like, man, I'm not rapping with no white boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets.
Didn't know he was going to blow up.
Yeah,
though, like that's
it. Swear to God, I'm thinking like, I ain't rapping with him. But that was my man, though. And then I changed high school. So he blew up like into 12th grade. So I ended up changing high schools. He ended up blowing up. It was crazy, just turning on TV. When I'm like, it was crazy. I never seen the grind of it, nothing. It seemed like it was just like overnight, which it wasn't though. Yeah. So I seen him blow up, then it was like, oh no, I might have to really, you know what I'm saying, dude, this is crazy. Like,
man, see, I was just with him in his house
on
recording.
a daily, like. Yeah. So start just dropping music, and I ended up making this joint Cuttthroat in 2011. And for real, the first drill video. Like, people be like, no, you didn't start drill, but if you go watch Cuttthroat, you'll never find nothing dated before that on that type time. Like, so I dropped that. I ended up going to jail for sentencing. I was out on a drug case on bond. So when I got locked up for that, somebody put the video on World Star, like, man goes to jail for this video, like, you know what I'm saying? So it went viral.
Damn.
Yeah, so when I was locked up, people was like, yo, you on World, this one World Star was like big at the time. So people was like, yo, your videos on World Star. And all this, that, and the third, like, you get millions of views, it's popping. So I'm in jail, I don't feel it. So I'm just like, for real. So I come home, the day I came home, I had somebody made me a Twitter account, and like Mac Miller hit it, like, if this is really him, follow me back and call me. So I ended up calling him, and it was really him. He like, bro, I told you, you know what I'm saying, you should do music. You got this joint going crazy. Now when I came home, it's like, damn, this shit really going up. So I came home, he put me straight into like position and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, studio time, flying me to LA and all that. Like, he is like helping me with everything. So I started taking it serious then, which was like 2013.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure when he passed, it was kind of like hard for you to...
definitely. Like, we was close, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was definitely crazy. It's still crazy, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my boy.
Man, how did you end up finding out that he had passed?
My manager called me. You know what I'm saying? So, which is very close. I got my manager because of him. You know what I'm saying? He ended up, like, my manager's from Atlanta. His name was Barry. He had called me like, yo, you should work with Barry, let him manage you and stuff. So, you know, it all became family and stuff. Like, I think they was actually there. Famous, no, not him, but one of my other managers was at the house, was one of the people who went there, and that was the situation and shit. So I ended up getting a call.
Damn. Yeah. Sorry for your loss. I know that had to be a lot to just take in at the time.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. So, would you take a thing serious? So you got tracks that's at like over millions of views on, like you said, on World Star, but even on YouTube. What's that response like from the hometown too? When you go back to your hood, what is it like, that response?
Oh yeah, the response is love, you know what I'm saying? The city, like, it been love since from the jump. So like, I'm just used to the city, you know, they embraced me the whole way. Like, they the main reason I kept going, keep going. Because at times, you know, I went to jail for a few years, more than once. Man. And I come home and they still, you know, riding out with me. So it's always love at the crib.
For sure.